Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be playing 21 questions. So a couple weeks ago I asked you guys to ask me questions on YOLO and on Instagram, and you did that. So today I'm finally answering the questions. Also, I'm going to be baking because I'm not too sure how good I am at multitasking, so we'll see today. I wrote all these questions down on this paper so I don't have to keep on checking my phone. Let's get into the video. So first question, are you looking for a relationship? No, I'm not. If I can get somebody who's gonna offer me something more than just sex and occasional food runs, then. Next question, what life lesson did you learn in the worst way possible? I would have to say you can't find happiness if it involves hurting other people. You can't expect to be happy because you hurt somebody else. In fact, the thing that you find your happiness from is going to be the thing to destroy you. How did I learn that?
You must not be distracted by people that's just walking into a scene.
Yeah, but so it's everything I say I want you to hear?
Yes, because it's still going on the planet.
And how did I learn that? I was a side bitch. I was in love with the guy that I was side bitching for. It didn't work, inevitably. It didn't last. And not just did it not last, but it got to a point where I was trying to get away from him, and he was just always around. Like, at one point he was friends with all of my friends, so he was just always there. Other times he would just be coming back into my life, like for one reason or the next, and I couldn't take it. So at one point I was in love with him. 2 years later I was just trying my hardest to get away from him. So that happiness, it didn't persist, and it ended up being the thing to destroy me the most. I think that was the worst thing I've ever gone through. Have you ever cheated on your man or hurt them in any way? No, I've never cheated on anybody, and I feel like I have hurt people, but it wasn't intentional. Do you write songs or poems? I do write. I don't write songs or poems, but I do write. I used to write songs when I was younger, but they didn't make much sense. I used to want to be a singer, but I write. Whenever I go through something, I kind of write it down, like a story. I feel like one day I'm gonna write a novel, like fictional, but based on my life, because that would be really epic. But I do write. But I really like this question. Most embarrassing moment ever. I got high and I went crazy. And if you haven't heard about it, don't ask me about it, because I'm never gonna talk about this ever again. When was your first kiss? Very, very late in life. Why are you so pretty? Genetics, I guess. My mother doesn't have any ugly children, so. If there was a first time, was it good? There was. And the best way I can describe it is you see it in movies, you read about it in books, or somebody else who's experienced, maybe they'll talk about it, and you have such high hopes in your head, like you think it's gonna be all that. Then when I did it, it was like failed expectations, I guess. It wasn't bad, but I was in love with him, so when you're in love, it tends to be better. So as you can see, book me if you ever need, I don't know, a cake to be baked. Serious inquiries only. How have your loved ones reacted to seeing your videos, and which one was your favorite? Okay, so generally, I think I got good reactions from my family. My cousins are the most supportive, so shout out to Brittany and Rihanna. My little sister, she's always excited when it comes to me taking a video, like she helps me set up and everything. My other sister and my little brother, they don't really care. My dad likes the chance to use his cameras and all his equipment, so my older brother, I think he's okay with it. He's kind of MIA, so I don't really hear much from him. My mother's reaction was my favorite because she was mad. She was like, "You dissing the people's children, and you're going to get yourself in trouble." I was pissed off because she was pissed off. I think that was my favorite reaction. Bonus question. No, fuck you, Tori. How big is your pee-pee? Bigger than yours. Pet peeve. So I think my biggest pet peeve is bad smells. I'm very big on smell. Like, I like when people smell good. So you can understand how I'll be if somebody smells bad. Like, say you out with me and you brush your teeth, that's it. Or you smell like perspiration. The only thing is, like, if you're working out or like you play in a sport, then that's different. But if you just smell bad just because you're not taking care of yourself, yeah, I think that's probably my biggest pet peeve. And what's your dream job? To have my own business. I did something wrong. What? I was supposed to put 1 cup. Fuck. This is so predictable. Like, this is so me. That thing asked for cups, like 2 cups of this, 1 cup of that. I used the 3/4 cup instead of the cup. And help. So I'm gonna just add a 1/4 cup of everything that I just finished it. This wasn't even intentional. Like, this is what I do. I always fuck up a good thing. What attracts you to someone? Honestly, I think the most attractive thing about somebody is when they're talented, when you have a skill and you can maximize it, or when you're able to specialize in your strengths. I think that's really attractive, I guess. I remember I was at South CC and there was this guy who gambled and he always won. Like, he won every game he would play, and I thought that was really attractive. And he wasn't cute or anything like that. I just I liked him because he was good at what he did and because he did what he was good at. So it doesn't matter what it is you do, but I think having a skill is one of the most attractive things, in my opinion. Like, don't mind all of this, I can actually bake. I'm okay at baking. And my oven is already preheated, so I'm just gonna stick this in the oven for half an hour, and I'm gonna eat this batter while I wait and maybe watch some white collar, and I will be right back. So let me just tell you what happened. I don't have any parchment paper. It ran out. Normally I bake with parchment paper, so I never have this problem, but I don't have. So I buttered the pan. However, I did not put flour in the bottom of the pan because I didn't know. And it's stuck at the bottom of the pan and it's not coming out. I already tried to cut it out, but it looks like this. Yeah, it looks like that. It came out, it looks like brownies. Like, I started cutting them up so it will be easier to come out, but it looks like brownies right now. Yeah, I think the only good review is that it tastes like chocolate chip cookies, but that's the only review that I can get that's positive, because I'm also gonna continue answering the rest of your questions because I still have a couple left. So let's continue with the questions. What or who inspires you the most? Myself. Do you think you're a good kisser? Honestly, at this point, I don't really have much of a choice because I dissed a nigga in my first video. So what the fuck would I look like if I can't kiss? I hear you just cut style. Is that true? No. Well, I lie. I do sometimes, but let me explain. The thing about me is I'm very not picky, but I get turned off very easily by people. I will only cut style if I feel weird talking to you. A lot of the time, a guy will come and talk to me, he'll shoot his shot and he will miss because I don't want him. But I don't have a problem with being friends. So I'll tell him, you know, okay, we can be friends. I'm a good friend. A lot of the time, he'll continue talking to me like if there's a chance that something can happen between us. And it's kind of awkward for me. So I just tend to ignore him. Well, them. What has been your biggest accomplishment so far? My biggest accomplishment, I would say, would be just how far I've gotten as a person. Like, I've grown so much. Two years ago today, I was not like this. I was very different. I was not somebody that I am proud of. And self-growth, in my opinion, is like progressive. You know, there's always more that you can do with yourself, which is why I inspire myself the most, because just to see how far I've come as a person, it's like I just imagine, okay, I've done this already. Imagine how much better I can become. So I inspire myself, and that's also my biggest accomplishment. This video is becoming messier and messier as we speak. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like, at first I was in control, I knew what I was doing, and now I'm lost. Now I just want this to end. What do you consider a perfect date? For me, I guess the perfect date would be definitely something down south, because I really love being down south. You know the feeling you get when you travel, you're in a different country, like a different atmosphere. So I don't know, because I'm barely down south, I kind of get that same feeling. So I enjoy being down south. Plus the drive to go down south. I like to go on drives. Maybe around evening time, that's perfect time. Maybe like a picnic on the beach. And we can go in the water. That kind of sounds like the perfect date. So okay guys, so I just finished making the frosting, and I'm not gonna lie, the cake might have come out like shit, but this one came out really good. It's really fluffy. So I'm just gonna frost the cake, answer the rest of the questions, and end this video. Do you think double texting is a big deal? It depends on who's double texting. If it's like a friend of mine, like a close friend, then it doesn't matter. But if it's somebody else, then knowing me, like, I like to take my time to answer people. So if I haven't answered you in 2 hours, just let me do my thing. Aside from that, like, if it's like an emergency, double texting isn't a big deal, but generally I would prefer if people didn't double text me. The multitasking thing is not working out for me, so I'm just gonna answer the questions, I'm gonna ice the cake, and I'm just gonna show you the finished result. Next question: what is the best thing that happened to you at secondary school? Nothing good happened to me at secondary school. The best thing that probably happened to me at secondary school was maybe traveling to Margarita. Just the whole freedom aspect, traveling with my best friend and others. That was nice. Meeting new people, a new environment. That's probably the best thing that happened to me at secondary school. How you get to be so beautiful. My parents don't have any ugly children, so now I'm just gonna finish icing the rest of the cake, and I'm gonna show you all the finished result. Let's just end this. BRB. As I said, I can bake. Like, I'm good at this. I took an L, but even when I lose, I still win. This is the finished product. I think they're brownies now. They taste really good. Remember, book me, serious inquiries only. I will try this again. I feel like I'm gonna try this again. I'll do it better. I will see y'all in my next video.
End it with a smile, right?
Daddy, hurry up.